Hey y'all, and welcome back to Satisfactory. I've done a few things in between episodes. I moved the hub over here, so now we got our little spaceship. Oh, he's so cute. Little spaceship over here. I've done some decorating, added some access. I've added a lot of uh, these catwalks and things, and I've redone this to look cool. I set the space elevator up on a little elevated area. It's just awesome. But what's most important is that I have prepped this area for our next construction project. What I need to do is I need to have 2 rows of constructors making wire, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with the other 2 rows. Because this whole structure in this area is going to end up being my, I'm going to have wire, I'm going to have iron plates, I'm going to have iron rods, I'm going to have reinforced iron plates coming out of here, and I'll probably even have cables coming out of here. So that's 5 things that I need to be made out of here. So, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to make this whole floor, no, yes, wait, hang on.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, so I figured it out. This whole floor is going to process my copper. Yep. This entire floor is going to be dedicated to making the copper bars, or the copper ingots, into wire and cables. These 2 rows are going to be wire, those 2 rows are going to be cable, and it's going to make 900 wire, and that's going to use up 600 of it. The other 300, wait a minute, I can't do that. Alright, take 2. These 2 rows are going to be wire, that row is going to be cables, and then this row here, I'm going to make iron plates. I'm going to turn that into iron rods. Iron plates will end up being on the next level. Then at the very top, I'm going to have, or rather over here on this level, right here, I'm going to have 4 assemblers that are making reinforced iron plates. And then all of that is going to be piped all across these right here. I'm going to have to make another little bridge. But I've got the holes all set up to move the items across here. It'll look really cool, and store away those 5 items in my storage area in there. This is going to work out great. So, let me get started on that.
What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
Now, I believe I have all of these hooked up correctly. I've decided to make this first row the iron rods because, in order to make all the belts underneath all nice and pretty, even though I know we're not going to see them, it's still going to bother me. I made this one the iron rod construction. Then these 2 in the middle are wire, and the last one over there is cable. They're all facing the same direction, so stuff comes in from the right, comes out on the left, and these will run down through here along a really long belt and out that way. Then the copper comes in over here, loops around, and goes in on that one. Meanwhile, the wire is both coming out this direction. The wire from here is being routed around and up that way, where it will go up towards the next phase of construction, whereas this wire is coming down this way, getting split to have 300 of it used on this wire and 150 of it go to storage, and then this wire come through and just get stored because I don't really need it in any construction right now. I will need wire later on, but we'll have an entirely separate setup for that. So I think everything is set up correctly. Let's come down here, where the last step is, and that is to hook up the iron and the copper. So there goes the iron, and the copper's hooked up. There it goes, streaming in. We're going to start to make some wire. There it goes. The wire being sent off in that direction to be used upstairs. Meanwhile, the rest of the copper is not hooked up here. Oh crap. No wonder it's not working yet. See? This is what these tests are for.
But that's what these tests are for!
You know, maybe I'm doing this manifold thing wrong. Because as I go in, I've got 300, alright? 300 coming in per minute. This thing is going to be using 15. So I subtract that, and I downgrade the belt. Because I don't need it to be holding all that much. But I'm thinking, because this is full now, I've got 300 a minute wanting to go through. So, wait a minute. If I've got 300 a minute wanting to go through and all of these are full, then, hang on. Something ain't right here. Because down here, by the time I reach here, these are all using 15 per minute. I got 10 of them. So I should have 150 per minute coming out, which this belt can handle. But right now, I'm not getting that much because these aren't totally full yet. But if all of these fill up, and then those start to fill up, I'm going to have 300 per minute trying to come through here. Right? Or somebody please help me with my thinking on that, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm doing this right. I may need to upgrade all my belts to the highest possible, or to like the top capacity for that production line, in order to make this work properly. But anyway, so I need to build a second floor to this and get some constructors upstairs working on making my iron plates and get the wire up there so we can get our stitched iron plates going, get our reinforced ones, and then we can have all of that stuff getting stored down in the storage system. This is going to be awesome. And wait a second. I've got to have something broken here or something. Because these are the outputs, or this is the output for these wire constructors. Yeah. And I guess, like, because these wire constructors aren't doing so hot just yet, because they all have to back up and stuff, they're not producing enough wire for these to be making the cables. Am I thinking about that correctly? Because yeah, wire's coming out of this row. Just to double check. Yeah, and it's coming out this way, getting split here, so that 300 of it will go to these, and 150 will go off that way. Something doesn't feel right, though. I don't have a single piece of wire or a single piece of cable along this entire thing. But all the belts are facing the right... Oh, that's why. I, once again, forgot to hook something up. Okay, let me fix this.
5 minutes later.
And that would be why there's no wire being, or cable being made. Because none of that was actually hooked up. This looks a lot better now. Yeah, there we go. There's some cables. Alrighty. Let's go put all this stuff away, and then we'll get to work on the second floor. So now we have an issue. I need to get the iron rods here, the wire there, and the cables there. And I mean, I don't have anything in these. I could easily just switch them around, and honestly, I probably will do that. I think that'll be the easier way to handle this. I'm going to end up putting... I'm going to leave the concrete there, because that's just where I've got the concrete going right now. And it would be a heck of a lot easier to just leave it there. Well, no, then that's going to throw everything off. Man! I'll have to switch it over to this side, but I'll have 1, 2... Whoa, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4 all handled, and everything else can just go over there. Yeah, I'm going to switch to the side that the concrete's being stored on. This is going to be fun. So, let's take off the lift, and Yeah. That didn't work. Come on. There we go. Oh well, it's not like we're not making a crap ton of it right now. Okay, so I did it. We got the cables flowing in. Come on. Come on. We got the wires flowing in. We got the rods. And the concrete. This phase of this project is complete. And that... Ah! Get up here. That just looks cool. All the parts moving out and then back in. Oh, it makes it look like a factory. I love it. Anyway, let's get ready for the second part. So now that I've built 40 constructors, got them all hooked up and working, and we've got our 3 new items going and getting stored, this is taking me a heck of a lot longer than I thought it would. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to call the episode here. So, if you liked what you saw, please hit that like button, subscribe to see more, and y'all come back now.